All right, so one thing that we were kind of going over today and how we've gone over in your past lessons, is basically your short game setup. And so how we were talking about getting your hands forward, ball kind of back in your stance. So go ahead and set up for me, just so I can kind of see how we are and basically how your setup's going based on what we've talked about. So walk me through whenever you're setting up for a chip now, based on what we talked about. Kind of walk me through your thought process and what you do now after what we've gone through.
Yeah, just kind of keeping the ball more aligned with the back foot. I was leaving a little bit far out front. Really kind of leaning this shaft forwards like we did with that drill, and I kept on hitting my body. Now I just kind of sit up and back and make a nice bad stroke.
That's all right. That's all right. It happens.
Yeah.
That's what the practice is for.
All
So
right.
go ahead and try again. Nothing to be nervous about. Just go ahead and take a normal shot. So a little bit more firm, crisp contact. Obviously, the first one, you tilt behind it, which is okay. It's going to happen. It's going to take time for you to get this motion and kind of get the feeling of a nice, firm, crisp chip down. So go ahead and take one more from me. Like we said, hands forward, ball all the way in the back of your stance. Because basically the point of a chip is to get the ball rolling on the ground as soon as you can. That's all right. All right, that's all right. We'll do one more here.
Should I keep my weight on my front foot?
Yeah,
Or
definitely.
should-
Kind of keep you kind of want to keep everything a little bit lean to your left side. And that way it's going to kind of help everything stay forward and through and kind of get you a more crisp contact.
Yeah.
Better. So like I said, yeah, we can definitely practice that. Practice that when you got some free time. And but other than that, it looks like we're getting some more progress here.
All right.
All right, so one thing I kind of want to talk to you about and kind of get a sense of what you think is how your mindset on the range is, kind of what you think about when you go to, practice or warm up before a round. So talk to me a little bit about what you go through, and maybe, like you said, before a round, before a tournament, you're getting ready to go play. What's your kind of go-through process?
Really, I just start with the higher irons, and I just hit them until I'm making good contact, and I just move my way up until I'm ripping driver, just hitting it as hard as I can.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, and I mean that's a lot of warm-ups for a lot of people. One thing I kind of want you to kind of think about as maybe you're going before a tournament or some practice sessions on the range is maybe try and imagine a hole on the course. So let's take number one here, for example. Not too long of a hole, maybe a little under 400 yards. You got water on the left, you got trees on the right. So what would be, if you were to go right now and play, what would your first shot be? What would you hit off the tee?
I'd hit driver.
Driver.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd try to hit it as close as I can up to the green.
Okay. So, and maybe in that situation, and maybe we can get out to the course here in a little bit, maybe another day or two, but maybe think about hitting something, maybe not a driver off the first tee, maybe kind of get yourself warmed up, because, everyone kind of wants to go out and rip driver first off, and maybe it's not the best swing they do because they want to rip the driver. So maybe, we'll take a high or an iron. Because like I said, how do you feel with the, your 3-wood or your off the tee or maybe your long irons?
Yeah,
okay with those?
I feel good with my 3-wood and my long irons pretty recently. So.
Okay, gotcha, yeah. So maybe one thing we'll do here and just kind of, walk me through the first hole, and let's say instead of hitting a driver, you're going to hit a 4-iron off the tee. So about how far do you hit your 4-iron?
Probably 200.
Okay. So 200, like I said, it's a little under 200, it's a little bit under, 400, maybe 375 about. So that kind of leaves you about 175. You say you're pretty confident in your mid irons?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh, yeah.
would you say, you'd hit the green for 175? Would you?
Yeah. Honestly, I hit my 6 about as good as I hit my pitching wedge. So
Okay.
it's, I guess really being that far back isn't really that bad. It could be really a benefit.
And it also is going to take the water out of play, which is a key component because it just takes the danger out of the way. So let's say you hit a 6-iron, now you're on the green. Let's say 20, 25 feet. How comfortable are you in your putting game? You hitting that pretty well? Or?
Yeah, I've been putting pretty well.
Okay, so right there, let's say you took a driver out and you pulled it left like you have sometimes, or maybe you slice it right into trees. Well, that's going to take a birdie play out of contention. So now you put yourself in the fairway. You got yourself on the green. You're at least, it might not be the closest putt, but you're at least giving yourself a putt, for birdie back. And maybe it gives you a little more confidence moving forward. Maybe you're like, okay, you hit the next hole. If it's a little more open, okay, maybe now I can switch my driver because maybe it's a little longer. Or I feel more confident. I put myself in a good position. I'm not trying to scramble back to, make par after possibly making a bogey or double bogey, if that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
So kind of going forward, maybe just visualize a hole and just play it out on the range, you know. Say, kind of give yourself a line, say maybe in between, you know, the green, you know, where the land comes out here and the land comes out there, maybe that's going to be your fairway moving forward.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you hit on the right, you know, it's kind of probably about the same width as the first hole.
Mhm.
So maybe say you're on the right, you're going to be in the trees, and on the left, you know, by these flags, you're going to be in the water.
Yeah.
And kind of just play from there. I know it's all water here, so it's kind of hard to see where it lands, but
Mhm.
maybe just kind of try and keep that thought process in, and then, you know, like I said, you can hit a 6-iron to one of these flags, be kind of laser it, see how far it is, and then kind of play it out from there. So.
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
Okay.